back to my crafty space. My name is Crystal Idignate, and today I am jumping back into my Summer Stories album for 2022, telling a story about a restful day at home. So this is the album that is in a ring-bound or a spiral-bound notebook from Mochi Things. I have completed 2 full layouts so far, so one from the 2nd of June and one from the 3rd of June. Today we're just going to be making a half of a page or one side of the layout, which is going to be from June 4th. And this was just to document a day of recoup and resting at home. So I'm going to pull out my supplies here so I can tell you what I'm going to be using today. And then I'm going to put you on fast forward as I work through actually putting this layout together. I have gone ahead and pulled out a variety of stamp sets. I have the Staycation stamp set from Future Craft. I have the Lockdown Life stamp set from Everyday Explorers. The, what was this one called? Happy at Home stamp set from Future Craft. And then the main one that I'm going to be using today is the Rest Story stamp from Ali Edwards. In addition to my stamps, I've also pulled out a small collection of wood veneer pieces. These come from Color Cast Designs, and I've already got my photos and my journaling printed. So let's go ahead, put you on fast forward, and get today's layout completed. All right, friends, so diving into today's layout, first thing I'm going to do is open my notebook back up and set out all of the photos where they're going to go into the boxes that I cropped them into, as well as the little piece of journaling where I have the top portion of the box open so I can add a stamped title at the top. Now, my original intention was to use the Rest Story stamp and use the actual word rest as my main title for this entire page. And then underneath there is a subtitle that says, "Here are the details." But as I'm working through placing my pieces onto my layout, I decide that I actually want to change up that title to something that made maybe a little bit more sense, or that just filled the space in a different way that I liked, a graphic way, but a different way. So first I'm pulling over my Staycation stamp set from Future Craft. All of the Future Craft stamps that I'm using today are actually no longer available since Future Craft, the shop, has closed. But I do have a bunch of these in my stash, and I want to encourage you, as you are watching me put these layouts together in this album, to go into your stash and use the stamps that you already have. I will always link any stamp set that is still available in my description box below, but I do want to encourage you to use what you have when you are working in a project like this one. So I have gone ahead and switched out that title piece for a stamp that says, "Let's Stay at Home." And that was a stamp that was from the Everyday Explorers Lockdown Life, which was a stamp set released back in, I believe, 2020. So there's a lot of sentiments on there about working from home and just being stuck at home and the different things that you can do while you are stuck at home. So I loved the sentiment, the "let's stay at home," and it also has a little house built into the title as well. I am going to make that somewhat of a theme here on this page because I also have the wood veneer house that I definitely want to use on this layout. It just seemed perfect for the theme of resting and relaxing at home after a couple of really, really busy days prior to this one. And in fact, we actually went to a birthday party the morning of this story. And then when we got home from that birthday party, we just spent the rest of the day sleeping around the house. All of us did. I have also pulled over a sentiment that has a couple of check boxes on it. So it says, "It's totally okay to," and then underneath there's a couple of different options, and it says something along the lines of "be unproductive" or "just lay around," those types of things. And my intention is to stamp that on there and then check off all of the boxes because that very much defined our afternoon on this day. I have a circle stamp that I wanted to add as a decorative piece into the blank box above the house there. It says, take time to relax, or just time to, oh, there it is, time to relax and unwind is what the stamp said. But I also wanted this to be a little bit more substantial than just having the one stamped sentiment. So I pulled over some circle labels from the Allie Edwards Scrapbooking Basics collection, and I put the sentiment into the middle of the navy blue colored one. I did that for a couple reasons. One, to give this a little bit of color around the outside of the stamp, which I did in a black ink. And then also I wanted to use a colored ink for some of my sentiments on here, and I went with the darker blue color. So this one here that says, let's stay home, and then the other sentiment where there's the little check boxes, I am using a Studio Calico Color Theory ink in, I believe it is navy blue. Again, I will make sure to link that down below. The Studio Calico inks are new to me, so I'm not as familiar with their names as I am for the inks like Allie Edwards or Paper Person. I have those down pretty good, but I'm trying to learn the Studio Calico ink names. So I think that one is navy, something to do with navy. Once I have all those sentiments stamped and in place, I then stuck down the circle label sticker. I did stamp the circle that says time to relax and unwind not in the center, but that's okay. I'm just going to go with it. I don't want to redo it, so, you know, it is what it is. And then I also stuck down my journaling, which I had printed off on clear sticker paper. I stuck that right underneath the Let's Stay Home title. There was a tiny bit of space in between the title and the text, so I did take another stamp set off of the, this time I actually took it off of the Rest story stamp, and it says, I am just tired, which felt also super true for this particular story. I went ahead and adhered down all of my photos, and then I'm going to just stick down a bunch of these wood veneer pieces. I have a variety of these. I don't even know where they all came from, just that I pulled them all out, and I wanted this to be a repetitive element on this page. So I'm going to go ahead and stick all of those down, one on the top photo of Jonah sleeping, one of a picture that I had taken of the floor just being a complete disaster, and then the house, and then one at the bottom where I have a picture of the kids lounging around on the couch watching their tablets. I am finishing this page off with a tiny phrase sticker that I put across the house, debated putting on another tiny phrase sticker and decided against it. I also pulled out these heart cardstock stickers to see if I wanted to add those onto the page, and again, decided against it. I'm going to check off the little boxes and call this one done. All right, friends, that completes today's layout. Again, super loving the way that these are coming together super quickly, since all of those grids are already set up and ready for me to just fill in. I did go in a slightly different direction than I originally anticipated. I thought I was going to be using the Rest story stamp more than any of the others, but it turned out that I actually didn't. I used the Rest story stamp for one subtitle, and everything else came from the variety of stamps that I had pulled out from other sources. So that's really interesting. And I also loved using these 4 little wood veneer pieces. I felt like they helped to carry the eye down the page, and also this little house was just begging to be used. I hope that you enjoyed seeing how this layout came together today. If you did, I would love a thumbs up on this video, and be sure to hit that subscribe button so you can follow along on all of my crafty adventures. I will be back very soon with another layout in this album or this notebook. Until then, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next video.